You are now smelling the StenchCast.
What's that smell?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to StenchCast. You're tuning in for episode 14, and this is our very first guest episode. We have with us the legend, the myth, the man himself, Jacob.
Welcome, retards.
How you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on your podcast. I'm honored.
Of course, we're honored to have you. I'm Pench.
I'm Smench.
And
Nice to meet
we're
you.
playing Ready or Not tonight. Jacob, I believe you're playing Fallout New Vegas?
I'm playing Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock, that's right, my bad. Alright, well now that I have the officers cap. I shot in the cap. We're gonna head to the 4U gas station.
Indeed.
So for our first story of today, I sprained my wrist.
Like an idiot.
Now, I'm not sure exactly how it happened, but me and Joe both have a good idea since, he was there to witness the whole fucking thing. So me and Joe lately, we've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six. I got him back into the game.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun. We have games where I am doing dog shit and Joe's goofing off, and then
Happened
Joe's
one night.
doing dog shit and I'm goofing off.
Happens all the time.
But
Suspects have a foothold in this area.
this particular night, the one time Joe is talking about, I was just having a very bad day. I was reminded of an ex, and it just wasn't a good day. And playing Siege was just not a good idea.
Talk reporting.
So, we get to playing, and I am just doing atrocious. I am
Yeah.
just whiffing like hell. And, well, it all comes to a head when I start raging. And I never rage hard enough to, break anything, anymore at least. I've broken a few controllers in my time, over the very same game. Did you just shoot me?
No, I shot the hostage. Or the civilian.
Why?
I'm
Oh,
the boss.
she's incapacitated now. You're an asshole.
Just shot her once.
Medical assistant.
Well, now she's bleeding out. But,
Oh, oops.
are you dead?
No, I just shot a civilian.
Ah, that's nice.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
Yeah.
Like a boss.
But yeah, I'm raging. Joe's just goofing off.
Yeah. Doing good for once.
And, yeah. I think the last guy's gonna be at the garage. I'll go get him.
Talk to element. Roger.
But,
Great work.
I slammed my hand down on my keyboard. But not just any ordinary slam. I slammed my hand flat down on the keyboard so hard that, it was on the left side of my keyboard, that the right side enter key came off. I slapped the left side of my keyboard and the right enter key on the number pad came off. Don't ask me how that happened, because I don't fucking know.
Like a boss.
But, I think that might be what contributed to me spraining my wrist. Or
Like
it
a
could have
ball.
been when I shoved my keyboard tray in really fucking hard to the point that it got
Ass.
stuck, and I... Okay. To the point that it got stuck, and... Okay. To the point that it got stuck, and I had to take the rail off of my desk, so that way I could get the keyboard tray back out.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next morning I woke up and I couldn't unscrew my water bottle with my left hand anymore, and my wrist really fucking hurt. And well, me and Mad Max, who was in football and has suffered multiple sprains, dislocations, and bone breaks, we're both pretty certain it's a grade 1 sprain.
Standing by.
Yeah.
Joe was there for the raging. Press page up, Joe, by the way.
Yep. I was just looking for evidence to bag it.
But, yeah, that's my sprain story. This is the first sprain I have ever suffered, and actually the worst injury I've ever suffered. Which says a lot.
An idiot.
I wonder what those 2 counts of unauthorized force were, Joe.
Where? Probably shot someone, an idiot.
Yeah, you're right, it was probably me, man.
Yeah.
But, Joe has a story. He works at Subway, which I'm going to work there over the summer as well. Not at the same one, but... You want to go ahead and tell that story, Joe?
Yeah. Maybe later. No, I'm doing
You're right, man.
So, yeah, I work at the funny place, and we had 300 some odd box lunches to make. It was yesterday morning, actually. And it took us about, like, an hour and a half. It was for, like, 5 buses of children, probably, like, on a, like, field trip or something. And well over, like, hundreds of subs. So, like, about 150 subs total, because it was 6-inch for each box. But yeah, it slaved away that morning, and we took it all up to the funny place where they were and delivered it. And we left my boss there to deliver it by herself because the buses weren't there yet. And it was a pretty cool day. I was very, very sore from the previous day, which we had summer stock at our school.
It's basically just field day.
Yeah, big fun.
That's exactly what it is.
Big fun. And Jacob here has a little funny story of what happened to him. He got pranked.
What happened to me?
The sunscreen.
Oh yeah, yeah, my
Oh, yeah.
my good friend Bob. He was putting on some sunscreen, and I was like, "Hey man, I don't really want to get burnt because I'm gonna be outside even after I leave."
This is Bobby we're talking about.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys like had like
I missed all
special
of my
names.
shots.
People.
Yeah,
we still just call him Bobby.
Yeah. But anyway, I was like, "Hey man, can I borrow some sunscreen?" He was like, "Yeah." And
Was that
this
you?
guy's pretty pale, and here he has like doctor prescribed sunscreen for deathly pale people, and I put it on, and I mean it worked, but it smelled so bad. It smelled like the bathrooms at a certain Mexican restaurant.
You didn't just protect yourself from burning. You reversed back. You lost melanin.
I think I did. I literally I know you're joking when you say that, but I honestly think I did.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was like some of us were still eating our lunch, and it smelled like actual fucking shit.
Thankfully, from where I was
Urinal
sitting, I couldn't
cake.
smell it.
Yeah. So we just smell it while we ate our food. Well, I did at least. I sat right next to him.
Yeah.
But it was still a good day.
Yeah, I didn't get burned, so at least the stuff worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
My summer stock experience. So, I went up to the face painting station, where I asked them either A, if they could paint my face to look like a paranoid schizophrenic, or if they could make me look like Satan. They obliged on the Satan part, because paranoid schizophrenic apparently wasn't specific enough.
Yeah. I mean, you could just told him to paint my face with yours. Same thing.
Fucking dumbass, ran at me with a knife.
Talk reporting.
But, yeah, the other part of summer stock that I had fun with was being flirted with for once. There was a girl that kept calling me Devil Boy and coming up to me every chance she got. I had no interest, considering she looked to be about, like, 3 years younger than me.
Yeah. Like a boss.
But, like, when we had, like, 10 minutes before we left, she came up to me, and asked me, "Hey, do you want to be my guest for cornhole? We still need a 4th player." And well, I said no because I'm a Sigma male like that.
Boss gamer.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
bring night vision. It's gonna be hard for this man.
Hey man, sorry,
Alright.
it scared me. I didn't think that would kill you.
Just fucking killed me.
God damn it!
Nice one. Dumbass. How many times did that happen now?
That's only happened once for this game.
No?
Oh, that reminds me! Rainbow Six. Oh. Oh, I
Nice.
deserve that.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
So, me and Joe were playing Rainbow Six Siege
Same night of
on
the
Terrorist
rage.
Hunt. Yeah, the same night. This was after the rage. And yeah, we were just fucking around in Terrorist Hunt. And me, knowing that there was reduced damage in Terrorist Hunt, thought, you know what? I have a really funny idea. And I walked up to Joe while holding a 357 revolver. I just said, "Hey man," and then shot him in the fucking face.
Yeah.
And my jaw hit the floor. I was flabbergasted. I was guffawed. I was hornswaggled by the fact that me shooting Joe directly in the head with a 357 revolver at point blank range killed him. Somehow, a 357 passing through his fucking brainstem killed him. I mean, oh fuck.
Like, stop.
Oh, I didn't mean to click the mouse.
What
I
is it out for
genuinely
me?
did not. I'm sorry. Did you take any like damage from that?
I don't think.
Okay, good. I don't think your armor gets actually like damaged. But yeah. I say accidentally, but fully intentionally domed him with the expectation that he wouldn't die.
For some reason.
Alright, well, I incapacitated a boy. Don't you fucking...
We have a suspect down here.
You stay right the fuck there, bitch.
Okay.
Are you dead?
What happened? Yeah.
Oh, god damn it.
I think some guy had a shotgun. And I don't know where he was at all.
Do you want me to restart, or...
Yeah.
Trailers incoming.
We didn't get it very far. That
Yeah.
time.
But, yeah. And then, there was one time we were on plane. And Joe was just repeatedly refilling his supplies and throwing proximity alarms at a door to see how many he could get. And I barricade that door just because, as a precaution. Because we're playing Terrorist Hunt, I don't want them to get through. But,
Hold in this area.
it destroys 3 of his proximity alarms.
Yeah.
And he just turns his head and looks at me. Utter silence. The silence was deafening. And then I decide, you know what would be funny? If I threw a impact grenade and destroyed all of them. He looks at them after I do that. The absence of proximity alarms now.
Yeah.
And again, just silence. Finally, he gets the thought of, I'm gonna fucking kill him. And right as that thought crosses his mind, I dome him through the wall with a boss G.
All done. Contact is secured.
That was when he stopped playing.
Yep. That was when I got mad.
Yeah, I feel bad, because I was being genuinely annoying, but I thought it was the funniest fucking thing on the planet.
Oh, that's a dude. Don't fucking shoot me.
Fuck, buddy.
Copies all.
Where'd that gun go?
Oh shit. God damn it. Can't fucking move fast enough. I'm dead.
Oh.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a fun time.
Yep.
Oh! While we're, on Ready or Not, by the way, yesterday... Was it yesterday? Yeah. 'Cause I just got the game yesterday. I finally bought the game. Joe's had it for like a week or so.
No, not really. It's about half a week.
Okay. Well, Whatever, Mr. Always cool grass. Fucking idiot piece of shit. Alright, well, I guess this is gonna be a reset. But, yeah, we did what we set out to do, which I think we talked about this before. We recorded a video of just us playing it for the first time.
Yep.
I had messed around in the headquarters a little bit before.
Cheated.
But, so I wanted to see what my PC could handle when it came to graphics. Mess with the controls. But, yeah. we had some fun. We played on the hotel map at one point, and Joe kept walking through. Well, not walking through. I think they explode as soon as we reach the door. There's another guy out there.
Yeah, I'm bleeding to death.
I'm going out there to get him.
No.
But the doors sometimes explode when you open them.
Yeah,
And that kept happening to Joe.
Neutralized.
And we we kept calling them Capcan traps, like from Rainbow Six. And so at our friend Evan, who, well, Jacob, just so you know, we call him Evan because he was already in our video with Phasmophobia, so that we were.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's the reason we still call you by your name. Can I,
Yeah.
Give me my fuck. There we go. But,
That's right. Let's go.
at his graduation party, me and Joe just kept making Rainbow Six Siege jokes the whole time.
Yeah, and Black Ops Zombies.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
Is that door's locked? No longer.
But, yeah, no, it's very fun. I've been having a lot of fun with the game.
Drop your weapon.
Fucking idiot.
Ah. The suspect has expired.
God damn it.
Roger that, entry team.
Alright.
You looked at me for like a full second before you shot me.
I did not. It's immediately flicked over and shot you. I saw a man moving.
But yeah, I've been playing a fuck ton. Joe really hasn't had the time to play it, it seems.
Yeah, no. Went to bed immediately after last night, and yeah.
I didn't have a whole lot of time to play today. I just got a new bed, so yeah.
So sleeping all day.
Element. Suspects have a foothold in this area, and they're
Well,
refusing to
Jacob,
cooperate. Team, you are clear
I
to
believe you
proceed.
came
What's up?
today with a story about a particular man.
Why, I certainly did. Would you like me to tell it?
Yes, please. Tell away, my friend.
Okay. Okay, well, before the podcast started, Jordan asked me to, tell you guys about, my crazy uncle, Georgia Bob. And now this is his first name. It's Georgia Bob, right? That's his real first name. This is a real man, and his first name is Georgia Bob. It's one word. It's like the state Georgia and then Bob.
Yeah.
I just want to make that very clear, so there's no
Yeah.
misconception. So
Yeah.
Georgia Bob, he's a very humble man, right? He hauls shale to the top of Mount Davis every day for 76 cents an hour, which is roughly 2,600 and some odd cents a year.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it was because
Right.
he didn't graduate from the first grade, or maybe it was because he was just too humble of a man to ever want more, but this is the only work that he could find that would support him and his wife, Elvira, until their unfortunate divorce.
Oh, God damn.
We have rules outlined for a reason.
I know, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's just
It was.
It's
It was terrible.
so sad that they're gone.
It's terrible.
Please don't kick open
What happened,
doors.
Jacob, was me and Joe kicked open doors to the same room at the same time. I shot him in the leg, and he died immediately.
Nice.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna continue on with the mission.
I see.
Anyways.
We've restarted too many times.
Anyways.
Yeah, back to the important story. here.
Georgia Bob. Georgia Bob. By God, I never met a guy so crazy as Georgia Bob.
Never seen a guy.
You know, this guy, one time he entered a meat sandwich eating competition, right?
Yeah.
And because he did anything he could for money, right? I mean, Georgia Bob, he
Yeah.
was a very 76 cents an hour hiking shale to the top of Mount Davis. Such a toilsome job
Indeed.
that he had to look for any sources of income that he could find. Well,
Feed his family.
yeah, feed his family, his wife Elvira, who unfortunately divorced him at the ripe age of 36.
Yep.
Anyways, Georgia Bob, he goes to this sandwich eating competition, and he says to the judge, he says, "How much is the cash prize for eating the biggest meat sandwich?" And the guy said, "Well," he said, "for third place we have $50. For second place we have $100, and for first place we have $500."
Yeah.
Georgia Bob said, "By God," he said, "I'm gonna win the sandwich eating competition, right? Because he needs the money."
Yeah.
So Georgia Bob, he goes to work and he toils on Mount Davis, and he refuses to eat for nigh on 2 weeks. He starves himself, to say,
Yeah.
so that he can prepare to eat all the meat at this sandwich eating competition.
Okay.
And one day he's walking up Mount Davis, and he's so exhausted from famine that he collapses. He has to crawl his way to the top of the mountain and back down, but he does it, and he gets his pay, anything for the Mount Davis Corporation, as he always would say.
Yeah.
Of course. Hard-working man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially on an empty stomach. That's
On an empty
pretty
stomach. And the day finally comes where Georgia Bob is set to enter the meat sandwich eating competition. And well, the first sandwich comes out, and it's just a regular turkey sandwich. And Georgia Bob eats that, and all the other contestants do. Then the next sandwich is the exact same, but it has an extra layer of turkey.
Yeah.
Then it's roast beef and pork, smoked hickory ham, various different types of meat, jerky, and any sort of meat you can think of. Georgia Bob stomachs them all.
Yeah.
He outlasts most of the opponents except for one man. One man that he cannot outlast. This guy, he was the owner of the meat shop, who had also entered this competition just to show how fat he was and how much meat he could eat, how much meat he could stomach. The guy's name was Clark. He says, George Bob says, "Clark, you know I need the money." He says, "But my stomach is so full." He says, I have a wife. I really," and Clark says, "Well, you're gonna have to eat the next sandwich." Clark says to Georgia Bob.
I'm in the hallway, by the way, Joe.
Okay.
Georgia Bob.
I'm in the hallway up, yeah.
Georgia Bob
Sorry,
says, "Yeah. I'm trying to give you this terrible story. This terrible story." Georgia Bob says to Clark, I really need this money."
It's terrible, all right.
It's terrible. It is. It's terrible that this happened to Georgia Bob. And Clark says, well, you're going to have to eat one last sandwich, he says, because I'm done. He says, but if you can eat this last sandwich, then you will win the $500 cash prize. And keep in mind, this is like back in the 1752, right? So $500. That's
a
like
lot.
enough to buy the entire island of Ireland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Georgia Bob says, well, by God, bring out the next sandwich. It's layers and layers of bologna. I mean, probably 12 feet. Taller than Georgia Bob, this sandwich is.
12 pole feet.
I mean,
Large sandwich.
it's incredible. It's from roof to floor. Georgia Bob takes one look at the sandwich and says, well, that's a lot of bologna.
Is that the end of the story?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's where the saying came from. You know, people say that's a load of bologna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That really was a terrible story.
I know. And you want to know the worst part about it?
What?
Georgia Bob, he took 2 bites of the sandwich and he died.
How did he die?
Shit.
He ate too much meat,
Bitch.
and Evil Clark took the $500 for himself.
What the fuck? That's
It's a terrible thing.
scream.
EMTs and trailers.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah.
God fucking damn it.
Mission's almost over anyway. How are you liking Ready or Not so far, Joe?
It's a pretty good game, I'd say. I'm having a bit of fun with it. I don't like when people just appear behind me out of rooms I've already cleared and then just shoot me in the back of the head with a
Yeah.
shotgun. That's not the greatest, but you know, it's whatever.
It's not too nice with him though.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, like that.
Yep.
Just blasted immediately.
We're gonna go back to headquarters and we're gonna reconfigure my class a little bit.
I gotta put some night vision goggles on so I can actually see what the fuck's going on.
Good idea.
Yeah, but back to summer stock. I'd mentioned before, previously, that I was very sore from summer stock. And that's because, there were like relay races that we were doing.
Yeah, that's right.
And the first one was the three-legged race. So me and Mad Max teamed up, and Jacob here teamed up with our buddy Bubbin, and we were racing, and me and Mad Max decided to start like hopping with our one legs, and then Jacob and Bubbin come over at us, and I just hear "get him," and they both or not both, but Jacob just comes over and just tackles us to the ground.
Yeah, because me and Bubden's string broke and our feet were
Yeah.
free, and I knew we had lost, and I couldn't bear to see my friends win.
Yeah,
That's something I lost at.
It was like the string was like the stuff you tie balloons to. That's the thickness, and we are large men, so it snapped immediately. It was literally it was very thin.
Right.
Something
I-
happened
I've
to me.
Go ahead, sir.
Stock. Okay, I'll go.
I blew up.
Yeah. Well, I guess I could talk about 2 things. So, after I put Bobby's sunscreen on, I went to the bathroom to try and like wash it off because it stunk so bad. And this guy came in and he just like he put his hand like at my neck and he just like wiped from the top of my back just down to like my taint. And I just took the
What?
yeah, he just like he took his hand and just like wiped me, and I looked at him. I was like, "What are you doing, man?" But he didn't put anything on me. But it was strange. It was strange.
Oh, my game just crashed.
You're walking forward into the door.
Ready or Not has encountered a critical error and could not recover. You could... Alright.
Yeah, I just got kicked. I wonder why. Wonderful.
Alright, well, let me open the game back up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Jacob, my game crashing is more important than you getting sexually
Yeah.
assaulted.
No, I agree. I agree.
Another man.
So, I'm sorry, did this happen in the restroom, or...?
Yeah, because I was trying to wash the smelly sunscreen off.
And,
Smell
did
screen.
you know this man?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
He's still like gonna police interrogate him. And did you know this man? Yeah,
I did know.
I did know him.
He was actually my crazy uncle, Georgia
Okay,
Bob.
okay, yeah.
My God, I never met a guy as crazy as him.
Came back from the toilet.
You know,
he's
Georgia
dead.
Bob? Well, no, he's not dead. When did I
That's
say he
mine.
was dead?
So they ate the sandwich and died. Took 2
What?
bites and threw it away.
What? Anyway, Georgia Bob. By God, I never met. You know, he used to. He worked for a very. He worked for Warren Buffett at what's the where they sell houses, the real estate business, Berkshire Hathaway. And you may think, how in the world did a man who did not graduate from the first grade work for Berkshire Hathaway? Well, I'll tell you how. Georgia Bob. By God, that crazy guy. One day, he walks into Berkshire Hathaway and says, Mr. Oh my God, I just fell through the void in Deep Rock. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, he says to the man, he
my game
says,
fell to the void a few seconds ago.
Mr.
This is the man lemonade stand.
Mr. Warren Buffett, I need a job. Or, well, no. I apologize. It's not quite how it happened. It's
I
not
need a
quite how it
blowjob
happened.
from the Black Ops 2 Origins Zombies win staff.
Yeah.
He said to the Georgia Bob, if I remember correctly, he used to bowl with Warren Buffett's daughter. He used to be in a bowling league together.
Sounds like an accomplished man.
Yeah. He bowled with Warren Buffett's daughter, and one day he says to Warren Buffett's daughter, "Is there any way I could get a job for Berkshire Hathaway? You know, would you put in a good word to your father about me?" She says, "Well, I don't know what I could possibly say, considering that, I only know you for you bowl, and I have not witnessed you." Outside, but she says, I will, and Warren Buffett says, "Well, Georgia Bob, I'll tell you what, I will give you a job as a weather directional tester for Berkshire Hathaway if you can beat me in a game of bowling." And Georgia Bob says, well, I'll do anything for a chance to work for you, Mr. Buffett. He says, but what happens if I lose? And Warren Buffett, he says, if you lose, he says, I want your Club Penguin bowling ball with glitter
I'm
and
dead. I got fucking
sparkles on the
annihilated by a dude with a
inside.
knife.
Have you ever seen a bowling ball with glitters
Yeah.
and sparkles that
Actually,
has
no, I haven't.
Club Penguin on
Nah,
it?
man, I've never even seen a bowling ball.
I know, it's incredible, right? So, Georgia Bob, this is his prized possession. Georgia Bob, you gotta understand, this man, he works for 76 cents an hour, roughly 2,600 and some odd dollars a year.
Yeah.
So he is not the type of man that can just go out and spend money on bowling balls. No, this bowling ball had been passed down for generations of bowlers in Georgia Bob's good family.
Yeah.
And Georgia Bob was not about to let go of this heirloom so lightly, but for a chance to work at Berkshire Hathaway, what choice did he have? He said, "Mr. Buffett, I will take your bet." And he said, you're gonna regret, because I'm the best bowler that there has ever been. And Mr. Warren Buffett says, well, we'll see about that. And the day comes when they have to face off against each other. Game is tied in the 10th frame. Georgia Bob sweats. His hands grow clammy, but he thinks of his ancestors and how fierce they fought for that bowling ball.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know it, he ends up beating Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, he scored the job as the weather directional tester.
Nice.
Very nice.
Now, you may be asking, I hear you asking, what does a weather directional tester do?
I did ask that.
What
That's
do they do?
What
What does happen?
what does happen?
What does happen? How do they?
Well, he has to stand on top of the roof of Berkshire Hathaway, and when he feels a gust of wind, he has to turn like a weather dial. And they pay him $2 an hour to do it. And he did this for a few months, but ultimately he ended up going back to
You
the
killed
Mount
a
Davis Corporation.
Well,
Go ahead, Jacob. I'm sorry.
That's the end. That's the end.
Oh.
uh,
Would you mind repeating?
No.
Just
I'm gonna leave you in the dark.
it's the best story I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Like it's pretty incredible. Your uncle here.
Yeah.
He's overcome so much adversity in his life.
Yeah. All the challenges he's.
I think he can truly be an inspiration to all of your fans.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Especially one particular fan who
Bitch.
washes dishes at a certain restaurant.
Yeah. He's listening on Spotify right now. We know you.
We know you love Georgia Bob.
We know your address.
We know you. We know you love Georgia Bob.
That's right.
Yep.
You can't hide your love.
You cannot.
Roger that. Medical assistant.
Yeah, Georgia Bob's a pretty crazy guy. Both in his thought process. I'm dead. His thought process and his legends. He's a legendary man.
We're engaging.
That he is.
Oh, I love the noises these people make. Bleeding out on the floor.
Oh! It's just oh!
Oh.
Well, do you have any other stories about Georgia Bob?
Entry team, suspects have taken refuge in the area and are refusing to cooperate. Move in.
I always have stories about Georgia Bob. I always have
He always
stories.
does.
Well, give us
I
some
always
more.
have stories about
I'd love
Georgia
to
Bob.
hear.
Doors already open.
Well, let me give you another story about summer stock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and
Lead into it, I like that.
me and Mad Max, we were walking back from summer stock, and there was these like freshman girls behind us, and we were like I will admit we were saying some pretty crude things, but
Joe seems to know the story already.
No, I just know. I mean, I know the story, but I know what they're saying. That's why I'm laughing.
but I mean Georgia Bob would not have been proud of me.
Yeah, no
at
one.
this-
No,
at this,
no one.
very. But I'm only flesh.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was not directed towards anyone,
No.
but these freshman girls seemed to think that we were talking about them.
Oh, right.
One of them said to me, they said something like, "You better not be talking about us," and we were like, "We're not talking about you, you know, like why are you so mad?" They were like, "You're talking about us," and we were like, "No, we're not." And then they left us alone. But then on my way back up to back into school, she like found me and like just like barked at me like a dog. She was like, "Ruff!" And I looked at her and I was like, I really wasn't talking. I really wasn't saying anything about you. And she was like,
And then Georgia Bob pulled out a gun and shot her in the head.
Yeah.
yeah, basically.
What did she say, Jacob?
She was just like, oh, well, you know, yeah, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay.
Bitch.
Yeah.
And then Georgia Bob shot.
Then Georgia Bob came out.
Yeah.
He came off of Mount Davis to save us.
Yeah, sorry, man. You scared me.
Enemies don't fucking kick open doors, you retard.
I knew it was you too. As soon as I saw you, I was like, yeah, but it's gonna be funny if I shoot him.
Don't got room for more.
Can't wait till we finally complete this fucking mission.
Maybe if you didn't die.
Yeah. Some fucking dumbass didn't shoot me in the head.
How about this? You'll take bottom floor, I'll take top floor.
Okay.
And then we'll
We don't fucking shoot each other in the head.
yeah, we'll let each other know when we're ready to go through the tank. What about that?
Yeah. If we make it there.
But you said you had another Georgia Bob story that led into that? Jakey boy?
Yeah. So my crazy uncle Georgia Bob, by God, I never met someone as crazy as him. One time, Georgia Bob, he went to the mall. This woman Elvira, she said, Georgia Bob, I says, I want you to take me to the mall. He says, okay, Elvira, I love you. You are my wife. Even though you eat all the good pieces of Chex Mix and leave me with the disgusting brown whole wheat pieces. You eat all the cheesy pieces from
Lloyd is up.
my Chex Mix. I will do this for you because I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truthfully, an honorable man. He
Yeah?
was. Until we, you know.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
my good uncle Georgia Bob, my crazy uncle, he went to the mall with Elvira, and she says, I would like to have a pastrami
Fuck's
sandwich for lunch.
I'm dead.
And he
Oh,
says,
almost dead.
Elvira, I can't afford you a pastrami sandwich. He said, you know, I make cents, I make pennies an hour, right?
Yeah.
She goes, well, I'm gonna go and beg on the corner of the street. And he said, well, don't do that, because Georgia Bob was a very proud man.
Yeah.
He could not accept other people's charity, because that's just how he was.
Wasn't the fact that his wife was gonna suck dick for a sandwich.
Yeah. And wouldn't you know, his wife magically managed to make $500 appear.
Wow. That's
And
pretty damn impressive.
yeah, that's just how good of a wife she is, that she can just provide for Georgia Bob, and it's truly just an amazing thing about their love. Yeah.
Yeah. Really great, man.
Very cherished member of my family.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot. Shouldn't have ran. I'm a police officer. Sorry, everybody, for the small bit of silence. We're concentrating a little bit.
Yeah.
A new miner is joining your team.
Just a trail of death here.
Jacob, I want to ask you, what is the most badass thing you've ever done in a video game?
Wait, say that again.
What is the most, like, badass thing you've done in a video game, do you think?
Man, I don't know. The whole experience of like RDR2 makes you feel like a badass. You know what I mean? Like once you know how to use all the mechanics. But there's been a couple of really good Deep Rock missions I've had that I really just you know really enjoyed them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us a story.
Okay.
Deep Rock story.
My best Deep Rock story. Like it might be cringy that I have Deep Rock stories, but my best one was I had just I had just promoted my first dwarf, and I was like, man, I'm awesome. I'm so good at this game, even though I really wasn't. But
Yeah.
I was playing like Has 4, and we went into this cave. And people who don't know, Deep Rock Galactic has like mission events that can happen, and sometimes they like give you stuff. Well, they always like give you XP or different mods
Yeah.
for like your weapons, but there's some that are like events that you can get parts for your guns, but some just are like environmental events. And one is called the Corlock Tyrant Weed, and pretty much any time you see that, it's just a death sentence, especially if you don't have a very coordinated team. And we had like that and like 5 different other things that happened to us, which is like super rare because you only ever get like one that happens per mission. But it was insane, and we struggled, but we actually beat the mission somehow, even though we were all like, only one member of our team was up for more than 10 seconds at a time.
Makes sense.
Are you in the tunnel? Thanks for doing the thing we said that we were gonna do.
Oh
like letting
shit!
each other
Right,
know
I'm sorry.
We were both
I
going,
forgot about that.
waiting at the entrance. You're just shooting people.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh well, that was.
Oh shit!
We did it.
I didn't think we got all the civilians. The rest 2 suspects we failed. But
Yeah, we murdered them all. That's the meth.
did. Oh, there we go. Oh, we didn't get the
Oh,
one in the
I
kitchen.
forgot about the first one. Finally,
What about you,
completion
Joe?
of
What's the most badass thing you've done in a video game?
I suck at video games, and I don't do badass things them often because, well, I suck at them.
What about like any Hollow Knight stories or anything like that?
I think I'm good at Hollow Knight. I mean, I am, but I'm not like epic gamer mode that I can pull off cool shit.
Right.
Roger to entry team. Copy that, entry team.
I'd say the most badass thing I've done in a video game. They're all Red Dead stories. I'll say that.
Yeah.
One of them would definitely be the time that, well, to preface this, in Red Dead Online on Xbox, I was big into the bounty hunter role, and there was one free mode bounty thing where if you completed all 3 steps, on the 3rd step, you got to have like this holdout on a building in Tumbleweed. Ow. Where you just, yeah, you held out for as long as you, not as long as you could, but enemies kept coming at you, and you just shoot them, which was really fun. The most badass thing, though, would have to be the fight I had in not Tumbleweed. Jacob, you would know. What's the place with the lighthouse?
Ah.
Van Horn.
Yeah.
Van Horn Trading Post. If you don't know, Van Horn's sheriff's office is burned down. So there's no law there. It's like Armadillo or Tumbleweed. You don't get the police after you, or sorry, the law after you if you like just incite a riot. And so in Van Horn, if you punch one person, you will start a war within the entire fucking town. People will fist fight you, you'll get into shootouts. It's awesome. And there was one time where I did just that in story mode, and this dude, I always started in the bar. This dude came into the area behind the bar, or I don't know how to describe it. It's not behind the bar, but it's like this back area where it's like a poker area. And I just hip fired and immediately shot him in the fucking head, and he fell to the floor right as he entered the room. That's definitely like probably the most badass thing I've ever done. And then just the whole shootout that ensued afterwards was fucking awesome.
There's a pretty cool moment that you did in Siege the one time where you got blasted back by a Nomad air jab.
We
behind an
told the
enemy.
story but in the
Blast,
last
man.
episode,
No, we
unfortunately.
didn't. No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't. I'm gonna go actually unpublish last episode and cut it out. Can I pull the fucking shotgun out? There we go. Oh, that means
Yeah.
we played like 2 weeks ago. It does not feel like that long.
Yeah.
Hands up, do it now! Hands up, do it now!
Careful, some people might come out behind you. Did you just kill a civilian?
No, I incapacitated him. He's still alive.
Kinda.
It's not an automatic. I fucking hate that.
Are you dead?
No. Yeah.
Shot him in the face.
This game fucking sucks.
No, it doesn't. It's awesome. You just suck.
It'd be really nice if it didn't put my gun in semi-auto every time I start a fucking mission.
I've actually like gotten used to that. It's something I hated about PUBG, but I love it now in this game. You can also put your gun in safety.
I don't see why I would be doing that.
I've actually grown to love this mission. I did complete it with a group of people. But, how long have we been recording for?
50 minutes, some odd.
Very nice. 52 minutes. I think that might be a good place to leave this off. What about you, Joe? And Jacob?
Talk to Element.
No.
Suspects have a foothold in this area and they're refusing to cooperate. Entry team, you are cleared to proceed with the mission.
Well, if you have anything.
Yeah.
We have rules outlined for a reason. Act within them.
Yeah, I mean,
To Element.
don't really think we have much else.
EMTs and trailers
Unless you
are
have a badass gaming story.
Oh, really? Did I kill that man?
I'm
Alright,
dead.
fuck me. Yeah, me too.
This mission is really hard, but it's rewarding
no
to
shit.
complete it. This is like the Dark Souls of SWAT.
Yeah.
SWAT officers, you think your job is hard? I beat Melania and Elden Ring.
No, I'm literally playing a game about your job, and it's not that hard.
have a foothold in
I
this
think I could do this. I've only
Yeah, I
died
think it could be
how
a
many
SWAT
times?
officer.
Yeah.
I've only died how many times? Just fucking kick me open. Oh, that's... Everything's fine.
Well, there was a guy behind him, at least.
Yeah, I saw him. Okay, that's my alibi. I saw the bad guy and tried to shoot him, but I killed the civilian on
I
accident.
think a guy just came out from behind us. Are you dead?
Nope,
Okay, cool. I'm coming up behind you.
this
so
guy
hopefully-
is.
To our right.
that entry team.
Never mind. He's out in the other room. Let's kill this guy and then we can start plugging, I think.
That's that shot at nothing. Oh, they're shooting through the wall. Fucking bastard. They're shooting through
Yeah,
like
one of 'em.
3 walls.
Talk to entry team.
They weren't very accurate, at
We have a
least.
suspect down here. Need
They're
medic.
definitely guessing where we were.
Yeah, and they're doing a damn good job
EMTs
too.
and trailers are standing by.
Did they hit you at all?
Yeah, they hit me a few times.
Oh shit. Well, that's something that needs to get fixed.
Ooh.
Void interactive, please. We absolutely love you.
No, wait.
Please fix that.
I just got
Capcan
flashbang
trapped?
from the door. Yeah, no, it was Capcan trap, but a flashbang instead of explosives.
Oh,
Explosive.
where are you at?
I don't know. I'm just wandering. I'm dead. Alright, yeah, so StenchCast. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, whatever you're listening to. We have different channels. Jacob even has a TF2 montage.
Yeah, I have one video.
Yeah, but it's a good one. It's pretty
It
good.
is.
Yeah.
Oh!
Like
Oh,
genuine.
oh well.
Yeah. I already shot him at him. But yeah, check out our channels, all three of ours. I doubt Jake is gonna be posting anytime in the future, but you can go watch one funny TF2 video. That's pretty good. Yeah, we got a Patreon. If you want to go $5 a month, you can get early access to the videos, the StenchCast things with. You get exclusive behind-the-scenes footage, other types of exclusive footage, and it's all only $5 a month. At the end of every episode, we're gonna put your name, whatever your Patreon name is, in the video. Oh, well, yeah, it's fine.
Get on the ground now.
You dead?
No, I just shot a man on accident.
I'm dead.
Oh, okay, well, I don't have to do this then. Oh, you didn't let me kill him.
But, yeah, if that's, I think that's all for plugging, right?
Yeah, we have a Discord, which we're in right now. You can come hang out and such. Any business inquiries, which that will have any for a while, and then we got the business email and such. But yeah, we have, that's anyone else got anything they wanna say anything about?
I'm alright.
Thanks for having me on, boys.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice having a third person. Oh. Okay, that was a sus.
Talk reporting.
Yep.
Entry team.
Yeah, so. And if you don't subscribe, you're gonna end up like this guy here.
The suspect has
Yeah.
expired.
Yeah,
Copy that, entry team.
for real.
That's... Please censor that.
Yeah. We gotta get rid of sensor. Good in here?
Yeah, I got meleeed. It scared me.
Suspect neutralized.
Alright,
But,
well.
anyways, if that's all,
Yeah.
we will see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah. Next will be episode 15.
And, yeah, another milestone.
We're climbing the ladder.
We do have a plan for a video that will go on both of our channels, which, number one, we have the Ready or Not video, which won't be out for a while because we recorded a lot and it's going to take a good bit of effort to sift through.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours of footage.
Arms outstretched.
But, we also have a video where me and Joe are going to be camping out. We're going to be eating MREs,
God damn it.
doing a little review of them.
Yeah, we have this. I won't spoil it actually. But
Yeah, no, don't spoil it.
yeah, I actually have 2 of them, so we can both have one. And I'm probably gonna actually go eat an MRE after this because I'm hungry.
Please, over here. We need help.
Oh, hey, man.
Alright, see you next time.
Yeah, later.
Bye-bye.